Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome to my channel. Now in the past I did a video on how to shoot a black product on a black background and it went over relatively well. So I thought I would do the opposite today and show you how to shoot a white product on a white background. So if you're into product photography or just want to learn how to shoot different subjects on a white background, stick around. This will be pretty good. Check it out. All right, well, here we are in the studio and I'm gonna break all this down for you, the white on white. Like I did say, I did mention about shooting a black product on a black background. I'll put a link to it down below so you can check it out. I'm also gonna put another link down below to a video I did on isolating on white, which kind of goes hand in hand with this. We're not totally cutting it out. We're keeping some reflection and stuff into the front of this. So just so you're aware, those two videos can help you out greatly. Let's look at my basic setup. I have a piece of white plexiglass that's got a kind of a gloss finish to it to give me that nice reflection. Now underneath it, I have a piece of white foam core. The reason being, this tabletop is brown. When I put my plexiglass on it, it darkens it. I want it as white as I can possibly get, so I put the foam core or a piece of white paper, anything the white underneath, and it gives me that nice clean white surface to shoot on. Now, let's talk about our product. If you have ever been to Walt Disney World and been on the ride of Pirates of the Caribbean, then this product is for you. Pirate Life. This thing smells, it's a hand soap, smells just like the ride. The water in the Pirates of the Caribbean and Walt Disney World has like a bromine versus a chlorine in it, and this hand soap kind of gives you that feel. Works great in my bathroom to bring in that pirate type life. So we need our product on set. Boom. There we go. So, basic setup, not much to this. This one's all about the lighting. So let's talk and let me show you about the lighting. Over here, I have an Alien B800 in a 24 by 36 inch softbox. It is my main light and it will be on during this. My background light is down here. It's another Alien B800 on a little stand and it's shooting on the wall here. So I'm doing this with two lights. You can do it with more if you have them. I try and show the minimalistic versions of doing things. So the first thing we have is I'm 2.5 feet away from the wall. That's good, that's bad, depending on how much room you have in order to shoot. So when I turn this light on, because my light is so close to the wall, I only have a little ring of light right here. Don't know how well you can see that defined ring or not, but it's not very big. So it means above the product here, it'll start getting a gray cast darkening at the top. Not that much of a big deal. I can clean it up in Photoshop. If you can, take your main light further away from your wall, and now look, I'm more evenly lighting the wall. So I need a greater distance between my background light and the wall to create a more even light. If you have more lights, put a light on each side, hit both lights onto the wall. There you go. Nice, evenly lit wall. Now, the distance that I have here, my product's sitting there. Let me take a photo. You can see we have a bit of a problem. What's happening? It's called flare. The light's bouncing off the wall and wrapping around and actually burning out the edge. So this edge is the same brightness as this. That's a problem, and I've lost all the contrast off the label. I've lost all my edging. Why? Because if you know Photoshop and you take your eyedropper and you put it on a spot, it gives you the value of the spot in RGB, red, green, blue. Pure white is 255 in each of those channels. So if this is 255 and this is 255, they're the same. I've lost the edge. I need the edge of this to be around 242, 245. So you've got from pure white into the gray. I just want a color variation between this and my wall. And you can use the eyedropper to make sure you define it. So now if I cut the power back on this main light, check this photo out. Now you can see I've got more of a ring here still. The image has kind of underexposed, but I've got my edges. I have not burned out and I don't have the wraparound. I don't have the flare happening like I did in the other one. And that's kind of what we're after. So what I need to do now is increase the light over here, my main light. So let's turn that up, take another photo. Now you can see the difference. So if I put that one up to the one where I just did, you can see the difference between the two. And it's quite a bit of difference. Now, as I say, if you can pull your table way away from the wall, that'll solve most of your issues. A lot of people don't have a lot of room. You're working in more confined spaces. So you're gonna have to really watch and pay attention to your edging, that you're not losing it and getting wraparound. So as I say, this light looks pretty good, but I'm shadowing on this side. I want it lit more evenly. So what do? If you follow this channel, it's the standard go-to. A piece of white foam core, I just simply stand it there, and what does it do? It takes some light from there to here, back on that side. Look at the photo. Look at the photo without it, and look at the photo with it side by side. You can see the difference. And you can see I'm shooting this at a fairly low angle, like straight on. But if I change the angle that I'm shooting and I shoot down a bit more on it, look what happens to the area here. So on the original photo, this is starting to burn out almost into the 255, and I've got my nice reflection in the front. But if I shoot at a bit of 45, now check it out. Look at them side by side. Because I've changed the angle that I'm shooting, I've changed the angle the light is reflecting back into the camera and bouncing off these surfaces. So when you shoot shiny surfaces, and I've done videos of that in the past, I'll put a link to one of them down below on how to deal with reflective surfaces. And it talks about the angle of incidence and all the other wonderful things. So when you're shooting straight on, I'm getting a higher reflection back in. That is good because I just want the bottle and I just want the label. Now, we can do one other thing. If I want more of a definition on this side, we can do what's called negative fill. Negative fill, I'm just simply using a piece of black foam core. I stand it beside. Look at the difference that makes by pulling this in and pulling that out. Now, if I'm not careful and I wrap this around too much, I'm going to underexpose the front of the bottle. And I don't want that. I simply want a bit of edging on here to help define it greater from the back wall. If that's the style look that you're going for, you're still shooting your white product on a white background. And these principles apply for whatever white product that you are using. The value of this has to be less than the value of this to create that separation. I just wanted to show you about shooting at the different angle, how that changes your reflection of light, and that you can use negative fill. So that's it. The key points to this is you need a decent distance of your light from the wall, and you need a good distance from your product from the wall to stop the flare issue and to get evenly lit. Now, you will find you'll get 255 and it'll change all the way up. You can correct it in Photoshop. You just simply brush it out. It's very easy to clean up in Photoshop. If you don't want to do that, then you're going to have to make sure that your whole frame, this back wall, is lit evenly and it's at the 255 value. And one way to do that is take a picture, take it into Photoshop, and check your values, and then you can continue shooting. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're aware when I post new videos like this. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. So, until the next time, enjoy your pirate soap. See you later.